Sainters. Welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to Saints TV Weekly for the 4th of August 2025. As always, thanks to our sponsor, Inglewood Coffee Roasters. Check out their website at inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au. They've got coffee, tea and chai products at a discount code, so make sure you check it out. Alright, so let's get straight into it. Round 21 wrapped up yesterday at Marvel Stadium against North Melbourne, and we got the Chocolates by 9 points. I don't remember the last time St Kilda and North played a game that was easy on the eye. The third quarter was good yesterday. My full review is up. I'm pretty happy to just bank the win and move on. It was good to see Nas do his thing again. Maxi Hall, Higgins hit some form. So little highlights within the game, but the game itself was not a highlight. So not one that we're going to be watching the replay of 100 times over this week, which is the polar opposite to the week before. But we move forward. That's 2 wins in a row. Sometimes you just got to find a way to win, and I thought North were pretty good for most of their game, to be honest. They jumped us early, and their last quarter was pretty strong and gave us all a bit of a fright. So glad that that's done, and we can move on. The sad thing is Mitch Owens did sustain a hamstring injury in that game, so that hasn't been added to the injury list just yet, but I'd imagine that could be his season. Really disappointing, because I actually thought, despite him being out of form the week before, he was really physical yesterday and running on top of the ground, and we saw it live happen, and it's just, hamstrings never look good live when you see a person just grab the back of their leg and walk off the ground. So fingers crossed it's not a high grade one, but we'll see when the club announces it in the next couple of days. In terms of other injuries, Lance Collard was a test, so he might play this week. Didn't play VFL. Darcy Wilson played VFL. Jack Carroll played VFL. Isaac Keeler did not, but he was a test, so could play VFL this week. Hugo Garcia played in our game and was very good. Mateus Filippo played comfortably in the VFL, so should be back into the lineup against Richmond. Jimmy Webster still a couple of weeks away with a calf. Patrick said same. Dougal Howard hamstring TBC. Max King and Dan Butler seasons with their knee and elbow injuries respectively. So that's where the injuries are. It's not awful. We'll probably get like the likes of Wilson and Filippo back this week, potentially, depending on what needs to be done in the seniors. But overall, it's pretty much, apart from Owens being added to it, same old, same old. In terms of the VFL, Sandy got a very nice win yesterday. They played North Melbourne at Trevor Barker Oval. It was a high-scoring game, 129 to 106, so a bit of a shootout in terms of the Saints listed players. Darcy Wilson was pretty much best on ground, 37 disposals and a goal, 4 marks, 5 tackles, and 14 clearances. 14 clearances, which was 4 better than anyone else on the ground, and that was Paddy Dow with 10 there. So Paddy Dow had a good game, 28, 10 clearances. Angus McLennan, 25 disposals, 10 marks. Ari Shawnmaker, 22 and a goal. Toby Travalia, 20 disposals from his 31, I think, last week, so backed that up nicely. Mateus, 1 goal in 23 with 2 clearances and 3 tackles, so eased himself back into football. Jack Carroll, 21 disposals. Liam Henry, 16 and a goal, and a very nice roving goal at that. Lance Collard, he actually did play. 2 goals, 1 and 10 disposals. Alex Dodson, 1 goal, 14 disposals. Liam O'Connell, 18 disposals, 5 clearances. And all the way at the bottom, James Barrett, 9 disposals. Zane Cordy, 8 disposals. Eamon Armstrong, 7 disposals. And Lachlan Voss, the 1 disposal and 1 goal. So Wilson, maybe even Paddy Dow and Filippo probably there. Liam Henry and Collard, depending on what we want to do with Mitch Owens and him being out, because he plays that forward pocket position. So that could be a good spot for Lance or for Henry to come back in and support Higgins with Butler out. So we'll see in the coming days what the club want to do. There was also an AFLW practice match. I think it's the final practice match before the season proper. Saints played Fremantle in Perth, and they took home the win in pretty rainy conditions, 22 to 15 in Perth on Saturday. So that's their final sort of run through. 7 new faces in that game, so a nice new look St Kilda, and obviously big things coming this season, hopefully, with a fully fit squad and, led by superstars like Georgia Patrikios. Absolutely keen to get that started. That is on August 17th at RSCA Park against the Crows in round 1. So only a couple weeks away now. Flicking over to a couple of other pieces of news. Ross Lyon was asked about Nas in his post-game. And he pretty much said, if it's me, I've got no heart, right? So it doesn't affect me, but hopefully Nas has got a heart and hopefully it has an effect. This is in regards to all the "We Love Nas" signs in the crowd. I get the passion. We love the passion. It's great to be talking. Great to have a player like this that's out of contract that we're excited about, the comp's excited about, and good luck to him and good luck to us. We'll just work our way through it in the fullness of time, and I'm sure there'll be an answer at some point. And then he was also asked, Nas was asked post-game by Sarah Jones, I think it was, from Fox Footy, about the decision and everything like that. And he said, I'm just sorting that out with the club and manager. I'm just going about my business playing footy at the moment. So that'll come in due time. His full quote was, I've got great support. The boys all support me here and I've got a supportive family and good friends. I just try and focus on my footy and let footy do the talking and the manager will sort that out. So, yeah, that's pretty much where that's at. I don't know what that means. You can read it in any way you want, positive or negative, but yeah, I'm still quietly optimistic that something happens soon, but we will wait and see. Other than that, there's not much else in terms of trade news. There's a little bit of word about Liam Ryan as well coming out, but we'll wait and see if that actually grows any legs there. And in the lead up, we've got Richmond on Saturday at the MCG, which is nice. Not a Sunday game and not at Marvel. So it'll be good to be back at the home of football against Richmond. They're coming off a flogging. So hopefully this is another game we can really sink our teeth into and get a good win. And I'm just excited to see the boys back on the G. It's been a while since Carlton game, back in round 9, I think it was. So good to get a Saturday slot. It is an early one though, 1:20. So make sure you get down, Saners. This is, third last game of the season already, which is crazy. So hopefully it's another 3 Brownlow votes for Nas because he's absolutely steaming home. And that'll make the Brownlow watch along very interesting. If you can bank another 3 votes in this game, Bombers next and then the Giants, absolutely all winnable games, all games he can definitely have big numbers in. So that is the news, Saners. I'd imagine there is a lot going on, but it's just bubbling away behind the scenes. I think we'll hear more soon, but I appreciate you watching. Thanks very much. As always, please like, please comment and subscribe. We've got the podcast out tonight and obviously all the content during the week is the usual routine time. You'll see it, as always, every single week on Saints TV. So make sure you subscribe and you get notified on all future videos. Thank you very much. Enjoy your week. And as always, go you mighty Saints. See you guys.